Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki. Today one of our Shiksha students at Radha Madhav Dham is going to do the Kirtan. Go ahead, Khushi.
Govinda
जो गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की बरसाने वारी की Welcome everybody to the continuation of the Gita class. Today we'll move on to the 18th and final chapter of the Gita. You should all have it in your folders. This final chapter reviews many of the topics covered in the whole rest of the Gita. It's like a summary of the whole thing. The main focus will be on Shri Krishna's final teaching to Arjuna, which is, he calls the secret of all the secrets. But before that, we'll touch on a couple of other points that he makes in this 18th chapter, which is actually the longest chapter in the Gita. Building on the theme of the 17th chapter, where we had the 3 qualities of Maya, and we learned that many actions can be classified into these 3 qualities. Shri Krishna continues with that in the 18th chapter. Can somebody tell me what are the 3 qualities of Maya? Yes.
Food, charity,
So food, charity, and faith, we divided into those 3 categories. What are those 3 categories? Yes. Sattvic, Rajas, and Tamas. Sattva, Raj, Tam. That's right. Shri Krishna uses this to make us understand actions a little more deeply in the 18th chapter. In fact, Arjuna asks Shri Krishna, tell me about renunciation. Tell me about tyag. So Shri Krishna says, some saints have said, you have to leave everything. And some have said, you have to leave certain things and not other things. So then Shri Krishna says, now Arjun, understand my opinion on the matter. He says that tyag, renunciation, is also of 3 kinds. So renunciation means you leave something, you give it up, you abandon it. So here Shri Krishna is saying, if you abandon physically, like you quit school, मैंने स्कूल को त्याग कर दिया, that's tyag. Somebody abandons their family, that's tyag. Somebody abandons their duty, that's tyag. Somebody abandons their work, that's tyag. There's lots of things. Anything you give up, you can say, I quit smoking, that's tyag. So here in terms of one's duty, what we call kartavya, Shri Krishna says there are 3 ways to leave your duty, abandon your duty. If someone does it, so here you see, you can fill in this number 1. Renunciation, tyag, is of 3 kinds. So if somebody abandons their duty out of ignorance, It's called tamas tyag. In other words, that's not the way to do it. That's not the right way to do it. Out of ignorance or out of laziness. It's too much trouble. It's hard work. Somebody who abandons their karma, abandons their duty, for that reason, Shri Krishna says it's rajas tyag. Neither of those is good. But he says there is something you have to abandon. He says abandon your attachment to your own personal gain that you're going to get by doing your duty. He says leave the sang and the phal. Sang means the attachment, and phal, what am I going to get out of it? But do your duty nonetheless, physically. So it means without attachment to your duty, do your duty. This is one of the fundamental teachings of the Gita. So let's again go back to the example of quitting school. So if somebody quits school because it's too hard, I don't like it, I don't want to work that hard, what is that? What type of tyag is that? Rajas tyag. Shri Krishna says, do the school, but don't be personally attached. Now this is seems very difficult, right? If I don't have some attachment to the outcome, like I want to get 100% because then I'll be number one in my class. Then I'll get into a good university. Then I'll make lots of money. If we don't have that kind of thing driving us, then why would someone work so hard to study? This is one of the hidden mysteries of the Gita. This is one of the reasons that without a true guru, we can't understand the practical application of this philosophy. Plenty of people read Gita and they say, okay, yeah, Shri Krishna says, do my duty without attachment. Theek hai. How? Without having that personal thing driving you, why would you do such a hard thing as go to school, study? So the secret is told by great saints like Jagadguru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj. He says it's not just about not having attachment in the duty, because it is the nature of the mind to have attachment. When you hear, if you hear these words, Gita says, don't be attached to the world. Gita says, don't desire the world. Your mind doesn't like those words. You might be sitting there nodding your head, yes, Krishna says this in the Gita. Your heart is saying, I don't like that. We want to have attachment. We want to have desires. In fact, it's our nature to desire things. This also is such a confusing subject, which has been made so clear by Shri Kripaluji Maharaj. He says, listen, Shri Krishna is perfect happiness, and you're his ansh. You're eternally related to him. You're a part of him. And every part desires their whole. Like when we light the diya, it burns up towards the sun. It's ansh of the sun. It's attracted to the sun. Or if we say, let's pretend this is a clump of earth, a clump of dirt. This is ansh, and the earth is what we call anshi, the whole, the source. So see, the part, the fraction, is separated from its whole right now. But what happens if I just let go? It's pulled. Why is it pulled? Because this is ansh of the earth. So it's naturally attracted. Something, leave that. Just like that, we're a part of Shri Krishna, so we're attracted to him. We desire him. And what is God? What is Bhagwan? Happiness. So to say we are naturally attracted to Shri Krishna is the same as saying we're naturally attracted to happiness. We naturally desire happiness. Pranay, बच्चों को आगे बिठाओ, वो सब कुर्सियों में बैठ रहे हैं. Come over here. Look at all the space. Come. इधर आओ. Happiness. Why? Can somebody recap? Why does every soul want happiness? Wait, I want to see if any of the kids were listening. Raise your hand if you can recap. Okay, Arush can. Anyone else can recap? Okay, Arush, tell us. Use the mic.
Because we're a part of God and He is happiness.
Yes, and every part is attracted to their whole. So, yes. We need a mic runner.
You're attached to Krishna because He is the eternal source of happiness.
Very good. Excellent. So you see, it's natural for every one of us to desire happiness. And because we desire happiness, we have a heart that gets attached to things, people. We want love. We want pleasure. We want joy. This is not something that can be eliminated. So that's why when you hear Shri Krishna say, remove your attachment to the world, remove your desires to the world. He says this over and over in the Gita. Your heart doesn't like it because it's against your nature. But actually there's a secret in what Shri Krishna is saying. He's not saying don't desire happiness. He's saying change the field of your desire. Happiness is God, not the world. The world can only give you temporary happiness. So it's fake happiness. Real happiness lasts forever, and that's only in Shri Krishna. So that's the secret. Keep your desire for happiness, but divert it towards Shri Krishna. Desire Him, desire to meet Him. Then you'll get attached to Him, love Him. So you keep all the things that your heart wants, you just divert it towards devotion. Divert it towards Radha Krishna and their bhakti. Now come back to doing work without attachment, which is what Shri Krishna is saying to do. Give up the attachment. But we just learned that that means actually not kill the attachment or kill the desire, divert it towards Shri Krishna. So then why would we do schoolwork? To make Shri Krishna happy. Everything we do can be offered to Him. Later in this chapter he says, Swakarmana tamabhyarchya siddhim vindati manava. He says, offer all your actions to me. So do your duty. For a child, the duty is study, go to school, obey your parents, obey your teachers, be healthy, like sleep on time, eat good food, and remember God all the time. These are duties of children. So why should I do it if I'm not thinking I want to become a billionaire? Yeah, you may become a billionaire, you may not. But the goal should be to please Shri Krishna. That's the goal. That's why I'm doing all of this. I'm going to do my duty to please Shri Krishna. Then for adults, if you have a family, again, it seems to not make sense if you say, okay, remove all the attachment to the family, then why would I do my family duties? Again, to please Shri Krishna. Instead of having a personal attachment, a personal expectation, I'll get something out of this if this person loves me. I'll get something that makes me feel good. Say, I'm going to do my duty, family duties, to please Shri Krishna. So whatever our duties are should be done, but to please Shri Krishna instead of doing it with attachment that what am I going to get out of it? Do it because it's right, because Shri Krishna wants us to do the right thing. That's the underlying practical secret, which is not actually spelled out clearly in the Gita. But this is why we need a guru like Shri Kripaluji Maharaj to teach us these underlying secrets. So does anybody have any questions about this idea of tyag? Or anything that I just mentioned?
What do you do when your fulfillment from doing something for yourself is more than doing it for Krishna, even though I know it's wrong?
Well, that's just a gradual process. Right now, we're more attached in the world, less attached to Shri Krishna. But the more we practice this, the more and more we'll get attached to Him. So don't worry about whatever your balance is right now. Just work towards getting more attached to Shri Krishna. With practice, it happens. By remembering Him, it happens. There is one other interesting note here, that when you do your duty, just the act of doing your duty, not remembering God, if we minus that part, subtract that part, and you're just doing your duty, whether it's going to school, taking care of your family, being a good person, helping others, what is the maximum that can give you? Will you meet God because of that? Will you get God realized? No. Remember I drew the chart and you saw there's something called Swarg? Someone can go to Swarg, which is a reward for doing good things. But then again, you're born here. You just go there temporarily and enjoy some pleasures of Swarg. But then you start again here. So according to this, those good actions are also binding. Achha karma bhi bandhan karak hai. Bura to hai hi. Bad karma, bad actions are of course binding. If you're very bad, where will you go? Narak. Right. That's also temporary. You go there, come back. So the whole thing keeps you in the Mayic cycle of birth and death in 8.4 million species that we can be born in, we have been born in. So even a good action doesn't release us from the cycle of birth and death. That's the point. It's also binding. You can say it like this. This is also a saying of Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, that if you go to Narak, you're in jail that has old, rusty, ugly iron bars. If you're here in this world, you're still in jail, but just normal steel bars. And if you go to Swarg, your jail has golden bars, but you're still in jail. So just doing good is not enough. Just doing our duty is not enough. We have to attach our mind to Shri Krishna. We have to surrender those good actions to Him. While we're doing it, we should be thinking this is to please Shri Krishna. Then that good action is also not binding you. It's purifying your mind, and it will take you to Shri Krishna eventually. It's part of the path to reach Him. So the rest of this number 2, Shri Krishna says to perform all the good actions while living in the world without attachment. But actually attachment to Him is what, without attachment in the world, but with attachment in Shri Krishna. Then those actions will not bind you. Now the next part, we already discussed this, we didn't make notes on it. 3 types of happiness. Tat sukham satvikam prokta matma buddhi prasadajam. Shri Krishna says that sattvic happiness is related to your soul. In other words, your soul and God. Rajas happiness, does anybody remember what qualifies as Rajas happiness? So sattvic happiness you get by remembering God. And you get Rajas happiness by enjoying the material world. That's right. And you get tamas happiness by doing bad things, wrong things. Like somebody just goes and vandalizes something, breaks a window. For what? For the fun of it. So he got some tamas happiness by doing a wrong thing. And then Rajas happiness means you're not harming anybody, you're enjoying the world for yourself. That's Rajas happiness. Through any of your 5 senses, listening to music, Rajas happiness. Eating good food, Rajas happiness. Seeing a beautiful painting or a beautiful scene or a beautiful person, oh, it makes me happy, Rajas happiness. Smelling something very fragrant and pleasing, Rajas happiness. This is no harm to anyone, just enjoying the world. But it's Rajas happiness. And Sattvic happiness is the happiness you get by joining your mind with God. And if we were being more specific, we could divide Sattvic into 2. We could say the happiness you get when you sacrifice something to help somebody else, that's Sattvic happiness. And super Sattvic happiness is what you get when you remember God. If you want to be even more specific.
once again, Sattvic and Super Sattvic?
Sattvic, we could say, is what you get when you're helping somebody else, you're sacrificing something of yourself, whether it be time, money, effort, to help someone else. You feel good by doing that. That's sattvic happiness. And then when you're joining your mind with God, that connection allows you to feel the presence of God. That happiness is super sattvic happiness. You could say devotional happiness.
Thank you.
Yes, Maya.
But that sacrifice should not have any.
Can you?
That sacrifice should not have any intent of your self-benefit, right?
Yeah, not for your self-interest. Yeah, but that's practically speaking the only way to do that if you're doing it to please God and Guru. Then you can do some type of charitable work without any pride, attachment. So the connection to God and Guru is essential. It allows us to do that type of thing without attachment, because we're doing it to please them.
Yeah, that would mean most of the time.
Can you use the...
Most of the time, the charitable work is always in remembrance of the Guru or the Almighty, Krishna.
No. Not always. I wouldn't say the majority of the time. Even a lot of devotion is not in the remembrance of God. People, if you really analyze it, someone may be doing puja, someone may be doing jap, someone may be doing kirtan. So it looks like they're doing hours of devotion, but maybe they only thought of God for 10 seconds in those 3 hours. The rest of the time their mind was thinking something worldly.
Material world.
Yeah, the mind has to be in God. Yes, Shal.
Radhe, just a quick question. So when we help someone who is actually in trouble or really needs help, for example, a child, or in general to help someone get out of trouble, is that considered sattvic?
It always depends on our intentions. Yeah, but then there's also a possibility of doing that to please God, right? So
Because it's
if
the
your
right
mind,
thing to do.
if your mind, that's right as well. But if you just do it because it's the right thing to do, but no thoughts of God, then it's sattvic. If you do it to please God, then it's beyond sattvic. It's super sattvic, devotional.
Thank you.
I had a similar question. So when we pray, is it fair to say we shouldn't be praying for something, but we should be praying just for the union of God?
Yes, that's the highest type of prayer. And that's what Shri Kripaluji Maharaj teaches. Don't ask for material blessings when you're praying, when you're doing devotion. Just join your mind with God. Surrender yourself. That's your job. What God wants to give or doesn't give, just trust Him. Leave it up to Him.
What's the best way to raise kids with the Krishna consciousness without forcing religion on them? Or
Well, actually, at the young age, it is your job to force religion on them. When they get to a certain age, then you have to let them decide for themselves. But when they're this age, you can't say, "Oh, beta, do you want to go to the temple or not?" No, we're going to the temple. That's it. That's your duty, because you know it's the right thing. You know it's good for them. So how do they can't decide at this age. So it is the duty of the parent to introduce these practices these concepts and this Hindu religion to them.
Thank you.
I've heard many times, and I'm always surprised when, let's say I ask somebody, you know, we have in December, we have the family camp at Radha Madhav Dham. It's 5-6 day camp where you reside at Radha Madhav Dham, and all day we have parallel activities for all the different age groups. So it's a full family camp. For adults, there's a separate track. Kids of all ages, separate track. So, you know, I'll ask a mother or father, so are you coming to the family camp? But bachon se pooch lenge. Oh my God. Yeah, I hear that many times. So it's kind of a more, I guess, modern thing where parents have started bending to the will of their kids when it comes to, at least when it comes to vacation time, right? So, but actually it's important for parents to take on that leadership role, that no, this is a benefit to the whole family. So we have to go be a part of the family camp, or like we keep mentioning, we have to go on every Sunday to Radha Madhav Dham. Yeah, it's a commitment. If you sign up for Shiksha for a whole semester, then you're committed, right? You gave some registration fee, so you feel like now you have to get your money's worth. You have to be there every Sunday. But think of the benefit of 1 day out of 7 you're spending in that environment in Radha Madhav Dham, even if it's a 45-minute drive, even if it's a 1 hour drive one way. So you're spending 1.5 hours, 2 hours driving. Even the drive can be devotional. A lot of people play bhajans in the car on the way, or play lecture of Shri Maharaj Ji on the way, or discuss what they learned at Radha Madhav Dham on the way back. So this really requires the commitment of the parents to say, yeah, I believe it's important for my kids to be in this environment, or for the whole family. The parents get just as much benefit as the kids. And then just say, we're going to do it. We're going to go to Radha Madhav Dham every Sunday. And then you'll enjoy it. You'll love it, because you'll be there not only for the class and the satsang, but you can enjoy the grounds afterwards. You can be a part of the community there, do some seva. So just something to think about, that when we're giving these opportunities to be a part of the Shiksha, or come and do seva at Janmashtami, these are chances for you to inculcate these values in your whole family, and especially the kids. Any other questions? Yes, Maria. Naresh Bhaiya, where's the mic? Raise your hand again.
I have one question. Most of the kids, they trust to guru than their parents, and I'm not very sure. Probably, a lot of kids, they don't know what is the Bhagavad Gita. Even at my home, I talk with my daughter, and she read the books, but she read the book yesterday, but she don't know. Could you explain 10 major sentence for them? What is the Bhagavad Gita?
Okay, so this is the book, and it has 700 shlokas said by Shri Krishna. It's part of a bigger scripture called the Mahabharata. Mahabharata is 100,000 shlokas. Shlok means like one sentence, but it's written in a poetic form. So the shlok has like 4 parts, 4 quarters, and then 700 of those makes up the Gita, which sounds like a lot, but actually it's one of the smallest scriptures that we have. A lot of scriptures like Bhagavatam has 18,000 shlokas. Mahabharata, I mentioned, has 100,000 shloks. Vedas have 100,000 mantras. But Gita is a conversation between Shri Krishna and Arjun that took part during the Mahabharata war. So it's part of the Mahabharata scripture. And it's just one excerpt of that scripture. Now, philosophically speaking, as far as the way Shri Krishna explains things, Vedavyas, who is an avatar of Shri Krishna, he's another form of God. He's the one who wrote Gita later. He says, Sarvo Panishado Gavo Dogdha Narayanandana. So if you think of the Vedas, Vedas are actually the foundation of Hinduism, foundation of Sanatana Dharma, but they're very extensive. And the most important parts of the Vedas that discuss directly about who is God, that's called Upanishads. There's 1,180 Upanishads, like Kenopanishad, Kathopanishad, Mundak Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad. They each have their own name. That's the essence of Vedas. And then Vedavyasji says, Shri Krishna milked the cows. The cows are the Upanishads. So 1,180 Upanishads, Shri Krishna milked those cows. And the milk that came out is Gita. So Gita is the essence of Upanishads, which is the essence of Vedas. So that's why it's a very important scripture. It just is like distills all that knowledge into a very concise form. And it's said directly by Bhagwan Shri Krishna. That's just a brief overview of what is Gita. Yes?
These days, many people, they enjoy happiness in social media. They go to social media and enjoy. They get the happiness in that. And sometimes they become very sad on reading the news or something. Or they become very happy seeing others in pain. Yeah, that guy is in pain. They become happy. Or they become sad when the other body is in pain. So what kind of this is? It is sattvic?
Mostly it's Rajas, it's entertainment, right? It used to be you would watch TV. That's your entertainment. That's Rajas entertainment. And what are people doing on social media? They're scrolling, oh, this is interesting, 1 minute video. They watch it. That was fun. Then, oh, there's another one. Then you just keep scrolling and watching. It's entertainment mostly. So it's mostly Rajas.
But suppose these people, they get happiness when they see on social media the other person is in pain.
Yeah, so that
but
you
they
know.
Are not doing anything wrong.
Why aren't you telling me what type of happiness it is? It sounds like you know. When you're happy seeing someone else suffer, what is that?
No, I'm just asking.
Is it sattvic, rajas, or tamas? It's tamas. Yeah. Okay. Now we come to the end of the whole Gita. Gita is called Brahma Vidya Shastra. That you can know Brahm, you can know God through the Gita. So, what is the path to God? Shri Krishna tells 3 paths in the Gita, but 3 paths are not 3 independent paths. That's important. So he gives a principle, he tells it twice at the end of the 18th chapter. Tamev sharanam gaccha sarvabhavena bharat tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapsyasi shashvatam. And he says, mat prasadadavapnoti shashvatam padam avyayam. So here what is he saying? That Arjun, somebody needs my kripa, my grace. He's using the word prasad. So with God's grace, somebody can get perfect happiness. I told you, God is happiness, right? Krishna is happiness. So he says, if somebody wants that happiness, I have to grace them. So grace me? And he says, you have to surrender to receive my grace. Tameva sharanam gaccha. So surrender means 100% faith in Shri Krishna, 100% attachment in Shri Krishna, or you can say joining our mind with him 100%. That takes time to get to that limit, that ultimate limit of surrender. But that's what's required, and that is called bhakti. So although we say there's 3 paths, anybody know what are the 3 paths? Yes. What?
Gyan, Bhakti, and Karma.
Yes, karma, gyan, and bhakti. These are traditionally known as the 3 paths to God, but they are not each independent. That you could just do karma and reach Shri Krishna. You could just do gyan. Karma means good actions. You could just do gyan and reach Shri Krishna. Gyan means knowledge. Bhakti is independent because bhakti means what? Devotion. What else? What other words did I just use? Explaining it. Surrender. Attachment of the mind, faith. Yeah, so all of that is bhakti. So without that, remember what will karma give you? Good karma, doing your duty. What's the farthest it can take you if you're not swarg? Right. So see, karma is not independent. Just karma on its own can take you to God. But if you add bhakti, that's what I was saying. You offer, you do your karma, but you're offering those actions to Shri Krishna. Then what you did is you combined karma and bhakti together. You're surrendering to Shri Krishna by offering him your good actions. So really, it's just a way of doing bhakti. The bhakti is going to give you Krishna's grace, not just doing the karma. So karma plus bhakti, we actually call it karma yoga. And then gyan means, like some people try an intellectual approach to God. I'm going to be in some remote place and not think about the world at all and try to meditate on my soul is divine. That's not enough unless they're thinking of God. Some people only meditate on my soul is divine. That's path of gyan, intellectual approach. So that can take someone to a certain level, but you won't get God's grace. So you won't get God realized. But if someone then takes the next step and says, my soul is divine and it is one with God, then that's gyan plus bhakti. So we call that gyan yoga. The yoga here means joining. Yuj yoga. So karma plus bhakti is what? Karma yoga. And gyan plus bhakti is gyan yoga. Or just do bhakti, that's called bhakti yoga. So these are the 3 paths to God. Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, or Bhakti Yoga, but in each of them there's Bhakti. So Bhakti is actually the one path to God. But you can kind of mix it with karma or mix it with Gyan or just do pure Bhakti, but Bhakti has to be there. Any questions about that? Okay, let's fill out this worksheet here. And this page is just about these two shlokas that I quoted for you. Although there are said to be how many paths to God? 3. Yet without bhakti, no one can attain God. And now this second shlok, we're actually learning some Sanskrit terms, which I'm sure you know will be in the Jeopardy that we'll play tomorrow. Tameva means to God only. To God only. What is Sharan? Here it's almost like a physical location. It's refuge. Because the next word is Gacha. Go. Go and take refuge in God only. It means, the whole thing means surrender. But Sharana means refuge. And Gacha, go. Tat prasad means, what is prasad in this case? God's grace. That's right. Yeah, blessings, grace, kripa. Tat is like saying, it's hard to define, but Tameva Sharanam Gacha. Okay, you surrendered to God. Tat prasad. So now you're going to get God's grace. It's kind of like, yeah, then. Param Shanti. Yeah, ultimate happiness. Good. So you'll get God's grace, you'll get ultimate happiness or divine bliss. And Shashwat. What does your name mean? Eternal, like indestructible. The opposite of Nashwar is Shashwat. Is always going to remain. So he's saying Shashwatam Padamavyayam. Pad means level you've attained. So it means the divine abode. So the Shashwat means eternal, ever existing, and Prapsyasi, you'll attain that. Implementation of what Shri Krishna is teaching us. So go ahead and when you're done taking these notes, put your worksheet in your folder, but keep sitting. So what are we going to do practically now? We've been learning that we have to attach our mind to Shri Krishna, and one of the ways is to try to be good, try to do the right thing to make him happy, right? We offer our good actions to him. That's one way to attach our mind to him. But another way is actually to intensely focus our mind on him through meditation. So this you would say is pure bhakti. Pure bhakti means we're not doing anything to, anything required in the world right now. We're away from all activities and we're going to close our eyes and think of Shri Krishna. We're going to do it with kirtan because the kirtan helps us to focus. But before we start the kirtan, I want to make sure everybody begins their meditation. So let's close our eyes. Okay, everybody leave your pencils now. You should have free hands, eyes closed. And visualize Shri Krishna in your mind. That means imagine him, that he's standing in front of you. You can choose the age, whatever you find the most pleasing. If you want him to be a little baby, or your same age, or older than you, he can be any age you want. And you can think of doing something with him if you want. Playing a game, walking, talking, serving him in some way. You can also think of Radharani, because Radha and Krishna are one. And we should also feel that Krishna is mine. Some loving feeling should be there, like he's my friend, he's my father, he's my son, he's my beloved, my priyatam. Some feeling of relationship should be there. This is how we attach our mind to him. The goal in bhakti is to increase the attachment to Shri Krishna. So simply joining our mind with him through this Roop Dhyan, this actually increases our attachment to him. And while we do the chanting, we also get the benefit of his divine name, which has his divine vibration, his divine power in it. So let us do both of these together. We'll keep focusing our mind on the form of Shri Krishna, and we'll also chant his name. So you can repeat the lines of the chanting after me. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe
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 Govinda Radhe
Govinda Radhe
Govinda Radhe
Govinda Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda 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 Govinda Radhe
Radhe
Govinda Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda 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 Govinda Radhe
Radhe
few moments in silence, and I just want you to feel the effect of the kirtan and root dhyan we were doing. Just see, how does your mind, heart, body feel? Now you can open your eyes. So I want to just mention one thing. Every day I've been telling that there's an upcoming semester of Shiksha that's starting, and this is integrated into our Sunday satsang program. So when adults bring their family, when the parents bring the family, we have that 1 hour satsang you can be a part of from 12 to 1. But of course the kids' classes start at either 10 or 10:30, depending if you come for the bonus session. So you'll get at least a half day of devotion. So this type of devotional infusion that you're getting here in this Gita class, which is only the grace of Jagat Guru Shri Kripalji Maharaj. You get this kind of weekly infusion, which is very important to develop your devotional sanskars and come closer to Radha Krishna. So, as I mentioned, it's a big opportunity. It's also a big commitment for you to come all the way from the north every Sunday to come and take part in our Sunday satsang program, and if you have kids, in the Shiksha classes. But I did want to point out that there are a few families among us here who do live in the north, and they come every single Sunday and their kids are enrolled in the classes. So Manju Didi and Priyavrat Bhaiya, can you just raise your hand? And where's Arush? Raise your hand, Arush. So this is one family. See, they're making the commitment. They come every Sunday to Radha Madhav Dham. And then we also have where's your mom and dad? Tulsi, Annie Didi, and Bhaiya Kai. Bhaiya, I always forget your name. Jitendra Bhaiya, and Daksh and Khushi, who was singing. See the kirtan, she was singing. She learned at Radha Madhav Dham. And then Anita Didi. And where's Vayun, and where's Kanishk? Kanishk and Bhaiya, aapka naam? Pavan Bhaiya. So they come also every Sunday to Radha Madhav Dham. And then Madhuri Didi, where is she? Madhuri Didi's rest of her family is in India, but they also come every Sunday to Radha Madhav Dham, and I mean like for years, and spend the whole day every Sunday. So it's doable. There are many families who are doing it. So we just want to point that out to you and hope that more of you can take the benefit and join our Sunday community at Radha Madhav Dham. So, oh yeah, Gauri Didi and Anant Bhaiya. Anand. So we have lots of people who come. So you can also join the caravan and come to Radha Madhav Dham every Sunday. So any other announcements to make today, Shalini Didi?
Radhe Radhe, thank you all for coming and attending this beautiful Gita class here in Northwestern. We have been doing this for years. Some of you all are first timers here, but thank you all for joining. And thanks to everyone who has brought the dinner prasad. And tomorrow also we'll do the sign-ups a little bit later. But we wanted to thank you, Swami Nikhilanand ji, for an enlightening Gita session. This has been there for years, and I have pretty much attended all of those sessions, except for last year, which I was really upset because we were out of town, but this has been really enlightening, and now this is almost the end. So thank you, Swamiji. Let's give him a big hand.
Maybe I forgot one thing. Today we brought some books actually. So there's, this is really good introduction to Hindu philosophy. It includes Gita philosophy, 108 questions about Hinduism, and basically just one-page answers. So 2-3 minutes to get an answer to basic questions. Like if I just open it randomly, the first question that I come to here is, why did God create souls? This is actually a trick question, but if you want to know the answer, you have to come and look in the book. How many souls are there? Can animals do karma? Why are we separate from God? All these basic questions. So we brought a bunch of these today. If you're interested, you can see at the book table. And those of you who are interested to know more about Jagadguru Shri Kripalji Maharaj, this booklet has a brief life history of him and little nuggets, like little jewels of his philosophy, just short statements, so you can get a very nice introduction to Shri Kripalji Maharaj's philosophy through this book. Both of these are available back at the registration table today.
Yeah, I actually read that 108 questions book, and it's really an excellent read. So if you want read it, it gives answers to so many complex questions in a very simple words, and it is really good. Trust me.
And good for kids too. Yeah.
Yeah, and even for adults, I think.
Yeah, and adults. Yeah.
The question about aliens also.
Yeah, are there aliens? That's another question.
Thank you again. As I mentioned before, Swami Nikhilanand ji is a disciple and sannyasi teacher of Jagadguru Shri Kripalji Maharaj, and he has been tirelessly teaching the complex and intricate philosophies. And as you can see, he makes it fun and easy for everyone, kids and adults alike. So we all learn from him. And he's one of the managing members of JKP Radha Madhav Dham in Austin, Texas, and Radha Govind Dham in Dallas, New York, and LA. Again, thank you so much for a wonderful session today. As you all know, our upcoming big festival of Janmashtami is coming up on August 16th. So please come and attend this joyous festival. The next day is Nand Mahotsav. So we will be celebrating again on Sunday. So the main festival is on Saturday, and then following Sunday as well. The next Sunday also we will be celebrating. For this, we will have dinner prashad. And so please come and join us for that. And also, especially kids, please listen. Come dressed up as Radha or Krishna in your favorite outfits, and there will be a dress parade. So start planning from now itself. Convince your mom and dad. Sorry, mom and dad, some more additional work for you, but I think it'll be worth it. And then, of course, thanks to everyone who has brought the dinner prashad. And tomorrow also we'll do the sign-ups a little bit later. But we wanted to thank you, Swami Nikhilanand ji, for an enlightening Gita session. This has been there for years, and I have pretty much attended all of those sessions, except for last year, which I was really upset because we were out of town. But this has been really enlightening, and now this is almost the end. So thank you, Swamiji. Let's give him a big hand.
गुरु निजार को गुरु गुरु यहाँ